like button, share and subscribe. Remember, eagles flies with eagles. All right now, hit the like button, share and subscribe. This is Arthur Oma, and remember, eagles fly with eagles.
Jamila Rogers says she is very happy that the custody agreement remains the same and no child support was ordered. So we are extremely happy this part is over. This coming from Chit Chat with QT. Man, I'm going to tell y'all something. This thug is something else. He wants Sugar Mama to support him. Thug, nonsense. I gotta bring that book back out. Ooh, Lord. Can't keep that book on the shelf long as Martel keeps surfacing up. Anyway, stay tuned for Crush. This title is called Crush or Abandonment. Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising. I'm actually coming from Atlanta, Georgia, going back to Huntsville, and I am making that transition to move back to Atlanta. Anyway, that's where my property is at, that's where my kids are at. But anyway, you guys, I will be back and forth from Atlanta to Huntsville often. But let's get on Martel. Now, this is the weekend that Martel was down there at the parade, supposed to be the Grand Marshal. We do know that he can't exploit the children anymore. He cannot exploit the M&M kids anymore, but he can have little knocks. I didn't cover this. I don't know if he took little knocks with him, but I don't think so. Why didn't you take little knocks? His mama said he can go. You know he could have came with you. You want to band with little knocks? Band with little knocks. Yeah, but the M&M kids been banged. You cannot exploit them anymore. Now that last parade you were in, you throw those girls with those beautiful dresses on in the back seat, like they were not the back seat, in the trunk, like they was a bag of trash. That's what you did. Like, you're going to put your garbage out, and you want to take your garbage down to the garbage dumpster, you throw it in the trunk of the car. That's what you did to them children. Throw the two girls in the trunk as though they were a bag of trash. Then, on the back of the truck. Then you had your little golden boy in the lap. Then the Sugar Mama. You want Sugar Mama to support your butt. Whoever heard of that you want Sugar Mama, a little baby to support you, that same little baby that you neglect, that same little baby that you ignore. Get that goddamn golden boy that damn support you. That's what you do. Your little golden child with Arian, get him to support you. Why can't you make him into a star? Arian said you were the brains, and she said she that girl. Y'all turn that little boy into a star. That's what y'all do. And then y'all film with them. But leave these M&M kids alone. You cannot exploit the M&M kids during this parade. I am so happy, y'all. Hey, y'all, I left my teeth down there in Georgia, so I know my teeth down there. Yeah, I left my teeth down there in Georgia. Anyway, so this is allegedly now. This is the update on what happened at the court, you guys. Of course, y'all know I was down there at the court. He talking about that he wanted child support. He want this woman child support, and then he want a percentage of Sugar Mama product. He want a 3-year-old to take care of him. This is the same man that complained that his ex-wife was neglecting her children because he worked so much. Because she worked so much. Now, you want her to take care of you. You want Sugar Mama to take care of you. It's not happening. This is Black Titanic. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Hey, welcome to the home of Black Titanic. I had to go back to the thugs passion, you guys. Martel has brought my book back to life because I've had my share of Martel. In fact, that man is in my DM again. Daryl, the one that I ended up dating after my husband, after I dumped my husband. The one that used to beat the hell out of me all the time. But check this out. Now, this scenery right here is where Mel is talking to Nell, Miss Fletcher. You know, you just got that one friend, that one die-hard friend that's going to tell you the truth. Whether you like it or not, you may not want to hear it. You're in love, and she is going to tell you the truth because she wants you to change your life. Now, this coming from the Thug's Passion, you guys. I'm going to start right here because I end up dating Dare, the dancer. We end up being dance partners everywhere we went. We won the dance contest. So, what happened to my husband? I left my husband for Dare. What happened? My husband, every time he saw me, at first he would try to beat me when he saw me out, but Dare wasn't having it. So they would fight. They would fight. He would he would beat him up. One day, this when I learned that Daryl would fight for me. We were in the club, getting ready to dance. My husband walked through the door, and I started to run. And Daryl said, "Where you going, black gal? Sit down. Sit down, black gal." That's what he called me. Sit down. I like, well, are he gonna beat me? He said, no, he's not. And my husband came over to the table to hit me, and they fought. So after that, my husband left me alone. And I was in the process of divorce, but had not divorced yet. But anyway, dear and I ended up going together. About 3 years into the relationship, he started cheating on me. And I would cry to this one friend. Now you see Mel sitting out there. She's sitting out there talking to Nell about Martel, and Miss Fletcher has, she's been around Martel and Melody, so she's trying to give some advice. So this man has left me, y'all. 4 or 5 times he done dated on me and left me for other women, and he came back and he walked in the living room. A few seconds I looked. I looked out the door as I walked in the living room, and there he was. Hadn't seen him in about 6 months. He had left me for another lady. Tears was flowing down my cheek, ladies. And I looked at him. I said, "You think this is a game?" He replied, "I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry, baby. And I assure you that I don't ever plan on hurting you again." My heart was melting. And my friend over there, Frankie, had her hands on her hip and frowned up, man. But what matters the most to Helen was that he was home now. Y'all, I was so stupid. He was home now. He wanted to stay. So she decided to embrace the truth side of it and look forward for a better future. "Please step in the bedroom," my friend Frankie demanded. She was apprehensive about the reunion between Daryl and me. She added, "The fox is back and you are his prey." The fox is back and you are his prey. The fox is back and you are his prey. "Oh, your thoughts are terrible. You make me sick," Helen replied. "You must stay strong," yelled Frankie, "because in the wilderness, the weaker vessel will crumble." Yes. Let's see what Mel and her best friend are saying.
I don't know why anyone would trust a word coming from Martel at this point. It should come as no surprise that he is lying about me. He's been lying about me and been lying to me to get what he wants for years.
So y'all not gonna, you can't come to a common ground where maybe y'all get like 3 babysitters that you and him approve of together.
I've done that. I've tried to do that. It didn't work. People don't really be liking to deal with Martel.
So he's pushing them away, basically what you said. He's pushing them away.
Yeah.
And he's doing this intentionally.
I think it's just him being in a hurt, terrible place. Okay. The result of you continuing to step out on your marriage and then your wife eventually leaving you doesn't grant you the authority to now control everything. You had control when we was in the house together. You ain't finna mess up my peace. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Mel gone for the day. Let me call her 50 times. Let me text her 50 times. No, we're not doing that. I never thought that I would end up being a person who's married, had kids, and now I see my kids every other week. I don't even get to see my kids every day. And I think that's a part that people miss. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm strong.
It's okay.
But I never thought I wouldn't see my kids every day. Like, that's not the life I dream for myself. So we're not going to act like this is something I wanted. But it's the reality now. And you ain't about to control me because I have kids with you and know my every move and what I'm doing with your old pulling up, following ass. Okay.
Yes, I never thought she said that I would be divorced. I never thought that it would be every other weekend that I would see my kids. You still trying to control me. You still trying to control me. Yeah, the fox is back and you are his prey. You must stay strong, say Frankie Yell, because in the wilderness, the weaker vessel will crumble. Stay tuned. You're entering a true story and in the world of the thug's passion, featuring Martel Holtz. So now Melody has become a single mother, like me. Daryl left me as a single mom. So now, Melody, the custody battle is over for today. But she wrote, so y'all now I'm at the beach on vacay. So I haven't seen the episode yet. But I can't wait to watch it and I hope y'all enjoy it. I do want to say to the ladies who have reached out throughout the entire custody battle, my internet cousins, aunties, and millimeters, I appreciate y'all. What I say filming while so much was taking place in real time in my real life. Filming while so much was taking place in the real time in my real life. You know why? Because of that fox. That fox come back and you are always his prey. The fox come back and you are always his prey. So much is taking place in real life, she say. I'm just glad I stayed in my right mind and didn't allow the enemy to win. Because that devil never get tired. Because guess what? The fox is back and you are the prey. You got to stay strong. You got to stay strong because in the wilderness, the weaker vessel will crumble. So this is a true story, you guys. It's taken out of my book, The Thug's Passion. Let me set the stage up. I told y'all that Darren and I had started dating, and you know he was forever cheating on me. And not only that, he had a dark side. I was watching TV one day, you guys. He would just disappear, come back with all this money. And he always took good care of me financially and had the baddest house, had a nice home, nice car, everything. And I asked no questions. But one day I was watching TV and lo and behold, who was robbing a bank? There. Now he had on his ski mask and all of that, but you know your man, him and his partner, both. I knew who they was. I was shocked. I'm like, so this is his dark life. This is where he gets his money from. This is how I'm living like this. I never knew, you guys. I really didn't. But anyway, once again, Dare disappeared on me because I think they traced him back to my home. I'm back in trouble again. This time, you know, this time I was not involved. They came and tore up my house. They searched my house and tore it up. I said nothing, but Dara had gone. Suddenly, let's start with this. Angry at her words of wisdom. I'm talking about my ride and die friend. That's the one say the fox is back and you are his prey. Cause he came back maybe about 8 months later. Helen rushed out of the bedroom and through the bathroom door. She shut it. She decided to do some deep thinking. 30 minutes later, she opened the door. In front of it, Daryl stood. Oh man, my heart melted like butter for that man. As he explained himself, Helen felt uncertain. Of course, her love for him overpowered everything. Life revived inside of her again, and they became inseparable. We were dancers to our hearts, so we were a couple dancing this time, going out, beating everybody down. He beating everybody in sight dance. He was my dance partner. He was my lover. He was my everything. He was my protector. I forgave them over and over and over. 3 years later, after deep passioning one night, she told Dare that she was 5 months pregnant. As the storyline unfolds, Frankie, words of wisdom came back to hunt her. Yes, my best friend, words of wisdom saying, oh, you need to stay strong, girl, because in the wilderness, the weaker vessel will crumble. And that fox always come back to you, and you are always his prey. That came back to hunt me, you guys. His interest in her melted like hot butter, and he rarely came home. Helen could understand how they had gotten along so well, and once they created a family, he left. He abandoned me. Unfortunately, he tossed the baby and she away like an old shoe. And nothing in the world could have prepared her for that. Like Melody says, that nothing could prepare me for this. I never thought that I would be seeing my children every other week. As Melody wiped tears from her eyes, I understood. I had so much compassion for this lady. That's why when I went to the court, up there to the court, I was just so passionate for her because I've been through it. Anyway, let me start all over, you guys. 3 years later, after deep passion one night, she told Dare that she was 5 months pregnant. As the storyline unfolded, Frankie words of wisdom came back to haunt her. His interest in her melted like hot butter, and he rarely came home. Helen couldn't understand how they had gotten along so well, and once they created a family, he left. Oh God, he left me. Unfortunately, he tossed the baby and she away like an old shoe. And nothing in the world could have prepared her for that. She felt like a displaced woman, facing the fierce reality of being alone as a single mother. This was not how she had envisioned her future. But looking back from the beginning of the relationships, warning and stop signs was always there. Before long, she discovered that he was in another relationship. Y'all remember what Mel said? Martel was stepping out. Yeah, he was stepping out. Y'all remember? She said that Martel was hurting her so bad. She had just had sugar mama, I believe. It was 2020. He abandoned her. He abandoned her during that virus. Y'all remember that? He abandoned the kids each time he stepped out. He abandoned the marriage, the business. That man abandoned that woman. Yeah, he abandoned her. So anyway, let me keep going. Before long, she discovered that he was in another relationship. The thought of him engaged in an intimate relationship with someone else created many unhealthy mood swings. Severe grief, agitation, and a state of depression set in. Ooh, how I loved that man. His abandonment left her with an empty feeling inside. For months, she wore the face of a defeated woman. Of course, the few times Dare showed his face around the house, he was detached. He acted as though he was trapped. Once again, her anger came to her like an unannounced brick flying through a window. She waited till he went to sleep one night, and then she boiled those grits up, y'all. Like a tornado, leaving a white wind of smoke behind, he ran. And, wounded him. He was wounded. I had to skip over that. Like quicksand, the relationship sucked after those grits did. Y'all know about the grits. Y'all women know about them grits, them hot grits. Anyway, like quicksand, the relationship sunk. It destroyed all hope of reconciliation. Finally, his desire to escape and his passion for freedom came to an end. He left again. He abandoned me. I was a single mother. The next morning, Helen resurfaced. She faced life again as a single pregnant woman. Oh, did that hurt? Oh, is that hurt? Y'all, that man in my DM right now. He been seeing me on Facebook, and he in my DM. I can't stand it. I was like 20 years old then. That's been so many years ago. We should have compassion for any females that was left in a situation of abandonment. Yes. Don't forget now, the fox. The fox come back and you are his prey. Stay strong now, because in the wilderness, the weak will crumble. I'm so glad that I stayed in my right mind, says Mel. Yes, ladies, all that we go through, all the hurt and pain and disappointment and the struggles that we go through, not to mention being left alone as a single parent. Yes, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I stayed in my right mind. So you don't get to control what I do. I'm divorced from you. When we were in the household together, you controlled that, but you don't control that right now. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I'm in my right mind. We should have compassion for any female, even males, that were left in a situation of abandonment, and especially when there is children involved. The process of chewing and digesting the betrayal is difficult. We try to deny ourselves that the relationship is over. So we try to hold on to a dead relationship. One of the most irresponsible things to do is not to recognize the truth, of course. And as bad as it may sound, the only one being honest in the relationship is the one preying on you. Because what you see is what you get. Devoid of our responsibility, we assume that our relationship will stay smooth and complete forever, ignoring all the warning signs, and then our lives become shipwrecked. And when we beat ourselves up trying to understand what went wrong, oh my God, what went wrong? What could I have did? What did I do? What went wrong in our relationship? We fall apart. That's why inner peace is needed. That's why for inner peace, we need to rely on the Creator. After all, He made the heart and knows all the mysterious working of it. Yes, you ladies, we have to go in and find that peace and remember the fox is out there in this world and you are his prey. And remember, be strong out here in this wilderness. If you don't, you will crumble. So, inner peace is needed. Go to the Creator. He know all the mysterious working of your mind, and He can heal your heart. This is taken from Black Titanic, taken from the Thug's Passion. And oh yeah, Martel, you done went out and a divorce and made this woman have to just divorce you. You done hurt her. You done did everything imagined to this woman. You done made her a single mom, and now you want her to pay you child support, pay you.